Ready for Life is a major annual fundraising and awareness event by the American Cancer Society, and that's taking place this year on Sunday, August 10th at the Detroit Zoo. The event features signature ceremonies, including the Luminaria ceremony, survivor and caregiver ceremony, and a group walk led by cancer survivors. The event underscores community support for cancer survivors and caregivers, blending health, hope, and fun into a single impactful morning. And here to tell us more is the lead for the Relay for Life event, Emily Nathan. Emily, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Hi, how are you?
I am great, and I hope you're doing great as well. Love to hear about great events like these to benefit the entire community. First question, what does hosting Relay for Life at a unique venue like the Detroit Zoo bring to the community experience, especially for participants from Greater West Bloomfield?
Well, we used to be the Relay for Life of West Bloomfield, and we were at the high school for years. But moving to the zoo brings us out so that a whole bunch of other communities can participate. We have Bloomfield, Bloomfield Hills, West Bloomfield, Farmington Hills, Royal Oak, Southfield, and a lot of the other communities around there that participate. And you get just a really different experience being at the zoo with the animals. And it's just a beautiful place to hold this event. We've been doing this for the last 5 years at the Detroit Zoo, and people really love to come out and join us that day.
I'd imagine so, and it sounds like a really beautiful and moving event to really help cancer survivors, which is amazing. And it sounds like that there's been a lot of local support from relay teams and participants from West Bloomfield and the surrounding areas. How has all of that contributed to the success of this event over the years?
Really, it's wonderful because we find from other people all the needs that we fill for them, that they can come out, they can celebrate loved ones that have battled this disease. They can be there for people that have lost their lives, unfortunately, to this disease. It's just wonderful for people to meet other people. They just feel like a real community with it. This year we have Samantha Steckloff as our guest speaker, who happens to be the representative for the state of Michigan for the Farmington area, Farmington Hills area. And she gets to speak as our guest speaker. She did a lot for the whole state of Michigan to get the oral chemotherapy passed for our state. And so we're really excited to have her. And like I said, people just really like to come out and meet others that are going through the same thing together.
I'd imagine so, especially going through such a taxing experience like cancer and making it out on the other side and sharing in that life experience, I'd imagine is a very moving thing for everybody to see. Now, as I mentioned before, the Luminaria and the survivor ceremonies are often big emotional highlights for an event like this. How do you see these moments resonate with families and caregivers from our community?
I think really everybody loves to have this ceremony still be part of our relay. Even though it's very emotional, people really like to feel that that experience. And we honor all of our cancer survivors for the American Cancer Society. A survivor is anybody who got told that they have cancer starting at day one. They don't have to be cancer free for a certain amount of time, because we know that you're surviving this terrible disease every single day moving forward when you get told that. So we honor them. Our survivors can come up. They get medals. Our caregivers get pins, because it is a huge deal to be a caregiver. We have, even though it's not nighttime, where the Luminaria bags used to be lit up at the high school, we do have all of the bags around the main fountain at the zoo, which really is just a beautiful experience to see the water going up and all the bags. And I think people really like the emotional feeling they get from it.
I love what you just said a minute ago, how every day that you have cancer, that you're surviving, that makes you a cancer survivor. And you're absolutely right. That's a day that you're fighting cancer. You make it through to the other side, and you are living and you are continuing to fight. I love that outlook, Emily. For those just joining us right now on the Splash Live, I'm talking with the lead for the Relay for Life event, Emily Nathan. The event is taking place on August 10th at the Detroit Zoo by the American Cancer Society, a great community and a great ceremony bringing together incredible cancer survivors. Now, Emily, how can local businesses and organizations in Greater West Bloomfield get involved or support Relay for Life beyond just participating? Because I'm sure they want to do a lot.
Yes, so we do have a lot of sponsors. Our relay is very wonderful with the amount of sponsors that we get from the nearby communities. We do have different sponsorship levels and packets that can go out to anybody or any company that's interested in being a sponsor for the event. We also have just regular individuals that can also, in a sense, sponsor somebody that either has fought the disease and passed away, or in honor of them, they also can end up having signage that's at any of our events, and they can sponsor that way. But we do have all different sponsors. We also have in-kind sponsors. We have Bill Knapp's that's supplying us with donuts for the morning. So there's a lot of different ways that different corporations can get involved.
Love to hear that. Now, with an event like this that has been going on for quite some time, I'm curious if you have any stories of a local survivor or a caregiver who's inspired others through their involvement in this event.
Well, we do have a gentleman that usually signs up truly the day before the event, because I think he's thinking of if he's still there and how he's feeling. And every year I wait to see his name popping up because it's just wonderful to know that he's still there, and he comes with his wife in his wheelchair. And I hope and pray every year that his name's going to pop up and he's going to join us that day, because it really means a lot to see him.
I'd imagine so. That's already making me feel something. I can imagine the feeling for him and for everybody else that's a part of this event. Emily, what kind of impact do you hope this year's relay will have on the younger generation in our area who might be attending for the very first time?
From what we found before in the past, which is really amazing, kids really do love to get involved in it. It's something that they can even just bring their change that's around the house, and they can put that into our coin jars that we have that are there. I think that it's not just fun because we have so many different activities for the kids, but I think that they realize that they can be a part of something. I know my kids at a very young age loved to be able to participate because they felt that they were doing something for the community and for our family with cancer. So I do think that they really love to come out and celebrate all the survivors and do understand of what Relay for Life and the American Cancer Society can do for any of their family members.
That's absolutely right. Relay for Life doing so many amazing things for so many people. Emily, last question before we wrap things up. What are the best ways people in Greater West Bloomfield can continue supporting the mission of the American Cancer Society throughout the rest of the year?
You can always go to the American Cancer Society website. They have an 800 number. You can always go on there. You can ask any questions about cancer. If you're somebody who just got diagnosed, they can help you in different ways that you might need. But you can always make a donation. We are the Relay for Life of South Oakland County, and you can always Google us. We take donations all year round. Truly, this relay year will stay open until November, so people can still make donations to to our specific relay through them, but then it'll flip over. But there's always a chance that you can make a donation. There are through ACS, they do need people to, as drivers, to drive patients to their appointments. So there's all different ways that you can reach out to ACS to become involved.
It only takes a little bit of time to make such a big difference. Emily, thank you so much for joining us today here on the Splash Live.
Thank you for having me.